y'all? Welcome into another NBA edition with the OG crew. And we only have 2 games to talk about today, but we will look ahead to Friday. And NBA's been treating me pretty nice, so I'm ready to get to it. I feel like there's some money to be made today, and I already know what I'm looking at tomorrow. So ready to talk about it with the fellas. Um, anybody want to say before we get to today's games? Anything about what we saw?
Yeah, it's good to be back with you guys. Our second show, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Last night, interesting night, pretty good night overall in the NBA. Sacramento beating the Lakers. I enjoyed that, being on the Kings in that game. We had another over with Washington. I'm telling you, Washington and Indiana. I think out of the 8 units of profit, I'm up on the NBA season. Like 6 or 7 are betting the Wizards over and the Pacers over in every single game. And it happened again last night with Washington. That game flies over the total with the Dallas Mavericks. It was a good night last night overall. Looking forward to this card. We'll talk about some games from Friday that we like as well, looking ahead. But I'll tell you right now, if you know what I've been betting this season in the NBA, you're probably going to know which 2 sides I like tonight in the 2 games without even needing to see another second of this show. These are 2 teams that I've backed a lot this year. They both happen to be playing tonight. So if you know what my track record and my betting patterns this year in the NBA, you're already going to know which sides I like tonight.
Yeah, well, I definitely like a couple. Hey, Sam, shout out for the dono. He says the fellas are back. And, it's great to be back with everybody here. And a few more people in the chat saying the same kind of thing. And shout out to Tone Miggins. Got to shout him out. His birthday today. Let's get him some birthday winners. Dutchie, how you feeling?
Birthday, Tone.
Yeah, love it.
Birthday!
It's only right. It's only
We get the
right.
sounds for every occasion and every moment now. I love it.
Boy. Come on, my boy. You already know.
Yeah.
It's only right.
Man, happy birthday to the Levels player of the motherfucking day. Hopefully it's a good one. It will be a motherfucking good one, goddamn. We got to manifest this shit. Shout out to the real ones. All y'all hit the motherfucking like button like I'm hitting this plane of sweet tarts with the motherfucking sprinkle of the lemon cherry gelato. Concentrate across it. It'll get you right where you need to be. Believe it. Mean Green Picks in the building. Nets, bets, BJ. We got some heavy motherfucking hitters. Yeah, man, we smacked them yesterday. BJ was in the chat with our boy Jimmy and the crew. Best looks on the board, Suns and the Knickerbockers. Hey, easy motherfucking money, man. Easy motherfucking money. As I was saying prior to the show, back with the fellas, 2 profitable days in a row. It's only right, as our boy Wham Bam would say. Did lose the Nuggets player. We won't run from that. But overall, we in the black, back-to-back days. And we're going to make it 3 motherfucking days in a row because it's only right, man. We got us 4 together. I mean, it's money at the end. That's for sure.
Absolutely. All the time. What up, Wham Bam? Talk to him.
Come on, man. I love the chat, bro. Boofer over here cutting up. Wham got birthday drops. Yeah, I got the birthday sounds here, man. It's only right. And yeah, man. Now, the NBA been fucking me over. I ain't gonna lie. I've been low-key doing bad. Even my nephew called me. He's like, you know why you doing bad right now? He said, because you're not doing those players that don't nobody know about.
Yeah. What the fuck are we talking about? I gotta go look at the motherfucking roster and shit.
I'm like, hey man, hold on, bro. Let me get some stats first before we start doing all that. But we on some shit today. I'm with my guys, obviously. It's gonna be profitable this season. I'm not worried about anything. So we're gonna keep fast. We're gonna keep to it. We know what we're doing, and we're going to win. That's only right, bro. So shout out to the chat. Let's keep it going, man. I'm happy to be here with my people, bro.
Hey, real quick, Skee. I know this is an NBA show, but we need to have a moment of silence, man. Moment of silence. I woke up this morning, and one of the true connoisseurs, I don't know if y'all peeped it, LA's finest.
Oh.
Snoop Dogg, man. Not the OG Snoop Dogg. Gave up the flower. Hey, he wrote a nice little, after a strong consideration, Snoop Dogg has gave up the flower, man. Hey, hopefully it don't last too goddamn long. Hopefully it don't last too damn long, my guy.
Rest in peace, Nate Dogg, man.
Over under that last 2 days.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that for sure.
Yes,
but I want to see what that's all about. We got to hear a little bit more than just that.
Hopefully it's health. Hopefully it's not health issues, but all I can say is give up the blunts, bro. Put that shit in the plane. Put that shit in the plane. Don't give up the weed. Give up the blunts. You know?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the bigger hazard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get to it, y'all. We got two games
Backwood.
today. 5-17, 5-18. Looking at the Nets heading into Miami to take on the Heat. It opened up -2.5. Now looking at 3.5 point favorite for Miami. The total opened 219 and is down to a consensus of 214.5. As far as the injury report is concerned, for Brooklyn, same guys, Ben Simmons, Cam Thomas are out. For Miami, Tyler Hero, RJ Hampton are out. I feel a way about this game. I can't lie. This Miami team, they won 6 in a row, but are we putting much into that with who they face? Dutchy, I'm gonna go to you because you just won on Miami. Are you looking to roll with them again tonight?
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Heatles, man. They did what they handled business in Charlotte. They did. Man, I can't lie. Today, both of these games, like I wanted to talk. I haven't placed a bet in the NBA yet today. I do have a bet in the NFL. I wanted to talk both of these games out with you. The second game, I feel like it's almost too damn easy. This game, I like the Heat, but obviously Brooklyn has been just as Nets bets, as in the chat stating. I mean, they've been a fucking bet on machine. I mean, that's just what they do is show up and cover motherfucking basketball games. They're a gritty basketball team. Obviously, losing Cam Thomas from an offensive perspective is big, but they got guys that can put the ball in the bucket. Ben Simmons running the show, not having him out there, I do believe you're seeing a little bit more of the ball kind of just getting sticky, not as much movement. A lot of guys really just out there to get there, especially with Spencer Dinwiddie. Claxton is back in this game. He did not play in the game. They played. What did they play? They played on November 1st at home in Miami, and they lost as a 7-point. They lost that game by 4 points. Miami did at the crib as a 7-point favorite. No Claxton. Ben did play in that game, and Cam Thomas did play in that game. But he had 13 points. You know what I mean? Ben had 4, 11, and 5. Kind of a Ben Simmons game. But they got fucking 50 points from the bench. Brooks and Lonnie Walker both with 17 each. So 50 fucking points from the bench. I don't know if that's going to happen again. But then I look on the other side. I mean, MIA, no Tyler Hero. He dropped 30 in that game. Yeah. Bam had a big game as well in that 21 and 14. And Bam's been playing out of his mind. I don't want to steal our boy Babano's thunder. But he shot it out last time. Probably go right back to the motherfucking window with it. It hit with the boards. Bam is playing big-time basketball right now. There's no way I'm getting in front of a 6-game winning streak. You could say it was light, but they've been handling business, and most of those games were on the road. Only one game back off here for this game at home. So, maybe they're putting the children to bed, taking care of the wifey, doing things, and not too focused on this with only having the one day off. But I could only look Miami here. It's a young team going to South Beach. I don't know if you go to Miami and win 2 games in a row. So I heavy lean here towards Miami. Haven't went to the window yet, simply because Brooklyn continues to cover basketball games.
Yes, they do. They're 9-1-1 against the spread so far this season, and we just back them every single time. You're making a hell of a lot of money. This Heat team though, 0-4 ATS at home. I know they've won 6 in a row, but will they win this game by margin? I'm gonna come to you, Babano. Do you think they win by margin? And are you going with Bam again?
I am not passing up my Brooklyn Nets. And I know they're Nets bets, Brooklyn Nets, because that's in his name. He's a big Nets fan. But they've become my Brooklyn Nets this year. Think of the 8-point spread covers they've had. I've been on 6 or 7 of them, at least. Maybe one I didn't bet them. But, I've been on them every game and pretty much. Except the last game because they played Orlando, and I like Orlando every bit as much. And I took Orlando last night against Chicago. Nets and the Magic are 2 teams that I thought were undervalued coming into the year. I thought this was going to be a hardworking, better than expected Nets team, good enough defensively. Now, they lose a lot of offense right now with Cam Thomas being out. There's no question about that. Ben Simmons, of course, gives them that defense, that rebounding. Can't shoot a lick, but he's facilitating defense, rebounding. He's going to give you – I appreciate that, Nets bets. I'm one of the fam right now with the Brooklyn Nets. No, I like them. And actually, you can get a +4 right now at Bookmaker/Chris. Most books have 3.5. There's a 4 out there right now with Brooklyn. I like the Nets here plus the points in this game. You look at Miami. I don't think this is the best Miami spot imaginable. when you're coming home off a successful, perfect 4-game road trip. You know how tough that first game back home off a road trip can be. Miami is in that situation tonight. So, I like Brooklyn here getting 3.5. Like I said, shop around. You'll find a couple of 4s out there. It's not easy to get in front of a team that's won 6 in a row. Coming back home off that road trip, I do get a little worried here for Miami in this spot. And keep in mind, home favorite role earlier this year, they already lost to this Brooklyn team back on November the 1st, 109-105 as 7-point favorites. So I like the Brooklyn side here. There are a couple props I like as well that stand out on the Brooklyn Nets. Someone to keep an eye on right now is former Phoenix Sun Cam Johnson. Just came back 3 games ago, steadily improving as far as offense. He went from 11 points his first game back to 14, then to 20, a season high in this last game for Brooklyn. So combination of Cam Johnson over 2.5 made threes or Cam Johnson over points. I do like those 2 looks on the Brooklyn Nets side here in this game tonight.
Nice.
Good stuff. A way for victory for the Nets, I would say, is they're a really good 3-point shooting team, like top 5, and Miami is bottom 5 defending the 3. So if they're getting a lot of those shots and hitting them, it might be tough for Miami to keep up in this one because the Nets are really good defending the 3. And ever since Claxton came back, their defense has got a hell of a lot better. So Wham Bam, what you rolling with here? You agree with Babano? You liking the Nets? You gonna look at some player props? Tell us how you feel.
I like a lot of things in this game, and I haven't bet a thing in this game actually. So I have a lot to talk to you guys about. Like our guy Dutch was saying, I want to talk to you guys about this game in particular. And when my nephew said that, the first thing I want to do in this game is look at a player prop, and the first person I thought about was what Babano said when we last talked about Miami was Duncan Robinson. He had 18 points back to back last 2 games. 4 threes were made. Last game, it seemed like he was mostly looking towards getting the rebounds. He had 8 rebounds, 5 assists. PRA is at 21.5. So that alone just give me like maybe Duncan Robinson PRA 21.5 is pretty low pickings if he's that guy. And if Kyle Lowry is not playing, he only had 15 minutes last game in that game that they won against the Hornets. So that was interesting to see there. But I kind of agree with you, Babano. I want to go with the Brooklyn Nets here. I agree with everyone. I think that they're even though both of these teams are, I think, bottom 10 efficiency so far this last 5 games, as far as what they've been doing on the offensive side, we do know that both of them is playing pretty solid defense there, top 5 defense there. So the under is kind of appealing as well for me in this game, just based off of the recent stats. But I'm thinking, like, are you guys thinking is maybe the offense is going to be a little bit better here? And I do like how you were mentioning Cam Johnson too, bro. Like that makes so much sense to probably take him while he's ascending right now, while the props is kind of getting a little love there. So yeah, I'm thinking Duncan Robinson, PRA, and Nets with you, and then I think Babano talked me on to Johnson props.
Go ahead, Dutch. You gonna say something?
Yeah. I don't know how you knew that, but yeah, I was gonna say something. Lucky Power, yeah. Yeah, man, I'm praying to the motherfucking NBA gods to keep me out Miami right now because I want to bet Miami. Even that, I mean, they're gonna go into South Beach and beat them 2 motherfucking times in less than 2 weeks. Come on, man. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't really see it. Prop that does stand out to me though. I did want to mention it. We talked about him on Tuesday. The rookie from UCLA, Jamie Jr. I like this kid.
Jaime.
Jaime.
Jaquez.
Yeah,
He's a Bruin. That's my boy.
I need to start turning
Bruin,
the TV up. I need to start turning the TV up because these announcers, I don't like listening to them, bro. So I'll be turning that shit. I need to turn it up so I can correct these motherfuckers' names right. Because I need to get his name right, especially if I want to bet on this motherfucker, goddammit. But yeah, Mr. Junior Skee, okay? This motherfucker went over this 9.5 points 4 straight. All right. He's getting minutes. He's an all-around basketball player. Had 9, I believe, in the 4th quarter in Charlotte the other night. So getting the minutes. We already know they're a little light without Hero. This boy Jaime is gonna fucking step up, get the minutes. I believe he gets double digits. I don't know if I'll go to the window with it just yet. I'm gonna look into it, but it definitely stood out to me. I'm treading lightly with the props. I don't want to get myself in too much trouble when with these props. But the Reggie Jackson, the look the other night was easy money. I think this one is pretty low as well. Has the same feel. 9.5 seems extremely low for the young kid out of UCLA.
Shout out
And
to
I would agree.
Saturated.
Yeah, Saturated coming in too, saying he's fading Jimmy off his season high point total. Give him under 23.5. He likes Bridges over 23.5 and Claxton to grab 10 plus boards.
Sounds like he likes the Brooklyn motherfucking Nets.
He said he's
He
on
says
that.
he's also on the Nets plus 3.5.
Hey, this one I have no action, so hey, I'm gonna just sit back and root for the Nets. It seems like everybody's betting the Nets, so
I like that. I like that though.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this: that revenge angle, I get it, and Miami should be motivated to come out here and play. But all I'm gonna say is, it's not the first time we've heard somebody say, all right, come out and play better versus team. We just heard that recently with Evan Mobley, and they didn't do shit the second game. So I'm not, just because he says that doesn't mean they're going to go out there and do it. And for this Nets team, I talked about their defense trending up. I think they're going to limit the Heat in this game, and they're going to take advantage of the poor perimeter defense from the Miami Heat. So the ways I thought to play this game. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Take the Nets to cover. Yeah. And also, I like the Nets because I like their defense. Even if Miami wins this game, like they're not winning by they're going to win by the defense. That's just how I feel. So I like Miami team total under 109. That's what I went with, along with the Nets plus 3.5.
Now to counter your Mobley shit though, Miami's the better team though, no?
And I'm not sure. I like Brooklyn.
Not by much, in my opinion.
Brooklyn.
You think the Brooklyn Nets are a better basketball team than Miami?
I would say if Ben Simmons was playing for sure, like it's definitely probably
close.
They're losing to it. That mean
I don't have Miami anywhere close to the top of the Eastern Conference. I've got them in that 7-8 range. Quite honestly, I think they could be that this year.
Like Miami looked terrible to start the year. And then they played the Hornets, the Spurs, the Hawks, the Wizards, and now
Sisters of the Poor came calling, and that's when they got
let's just be real though. Let's just be real though. Right now, you take it. Who are the two best players on the court?
For this
Miami is 23rd in offensive
rating. I'm just saying for a game, no. For this game, I understand, but if we're talking best teams, who's the two best players on the court?
Butler and Bridges.
You think Bridges is better than Bam?
I'm not a.
You used to be a Bam guy. You used to go Bam all the way. Come on, Mr.
Butler for sure number one, but I think it's close too with Bam and with Mikal Bridges.
Okay, Mikal, you could give him that, but I'm saying Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, especially with the lightness we have in big guys nowadays. Like I'm thinking Bam Adebayo is they have the two best players, but Bridges is nice. I'll give you that.
Bridges will do both. He'll have impact on both sides. Bam is only impact on defense, bro. I don't think he's impact.
Nah, he's averaging 20. He's averaging 20 plus right now.
Like when it really matters, like he'll do the block. He'll do the block there. You know what I'm saying, against Tatum, but he ain't gonna score. It's not gonna be like no Kyrie type scoring or anything. You know what I'm saying? But
so in the first meeting,
I be watching the Nets, I don't even be seeing Mikal on off. I don't even know if he plays, especially
Bridges won games. You know, he hit game winners. He won games, and we know his defense is always there. So that's why I would give him the edge.
That's
first game between Brooklyn and Miami. Miami had got 20 plus from both Butler and Bam. They got 30 from Tyler Hero in that game, and they still lost to Brooklyn outright as a 7-point home favorite.
Yeah, they shot 44% from the field in that game, though, Brooklyn. You know, from the 3-point line, excuse me. That ain't gonna happen again. 44% from 3-point range.
Miami's giving it up though from 3.
Dutch.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, I'm not on Miami. I'm just you started saying they're a better basketball team all around. I'm just saying, pump the fucking brakes. God damn, you like your bet, but hold the fuck up.
38% from 3 this year, bro. I don't know, bro.
All right, put yourself in my shoes, who's won 7 fucking times with Brooklyn. Don't take them as a plus 3.5 point underdog. This team. You know,
right.
I can't resist it.
9-1-1,
this
bro.
Is Bobano's best bet. This is Bobano's best bet, goddammit.
Only 2 games.
Yeah. It might be.
Yeah, it's only 2 games.
I don't have much to choose from.
Yeah. He's got 6 plays minimum, though.
Yeah.
I like the under, though. I like the under there. It just seemed like it's fading. It's trending towards the under. Okay, not OKC, but the under is favorable for the Nets when they're the underdog, and when these guys are the favorite, they're under chits too. So I like the under too, because it seems like that's kind of something that we all kind of agree on.
Hey, Boofer said a lot of arguing for some leaning.
I know I might need to put my
Oh,
money.
no
Hey,
leaning
that's the
here.
real. That's
No
the
fat
real
Joe
shit.
here.
That's the real talk
We're in
right
on
there.
Brooklyn tonight.
My argument was about them being the better team, so I might need to go to the window. God damn it, with the Heatles. Fuck it.
Daniel says, gonna be a lot of empty seats in Miami first half. Brooklyn plus the points might be the play. Yeah, they do show up late over there in Miami, but
Yes, they do.
we'll see how it shakes out. They should be motivated, especially with Highsmith talking like he was talking. We'll see if it translates on the court.
Who is Highsmith though? Like, what the fuck?
He's a wing over there.
Haywood
I'm like,
Highsmith, yeah.
I'm like, why the fuck is this dude talking? He don't matter. Motherfucker.
Hey, we're gonna go to 519, 520. Thunder versus Golden State Warriors. We did see these teams play not too long ago. Opened up Thunder minus 2.5. They're a 3-point favorite. Total opened up 226. We're looking at 226.5. Nobody on the injury report for the Thunder. Curry and Draymond out for the Warriors. I think I'm gonna go to Babano here first on this game. And I want to ask you, why is this line 2.5 if the Thunder have been playing really good basketball lately and Golden State is missing their 2-star players? Do you feel like it's any kind of trappy, or would you be going to the window with OKC?
This is another one of my darlings in the NBA this year, right there with Brooklyn, right there with Orlando, right there with every Indiana and Washington Wizards game over the total. I mean, what have I built my profits around early in the season? It's riding these teams, and Brooklyn's been one of them, Orlando's been one of them, and Oklahoma City has been one of them as well. And this team has just come along so way far from where they were just a couple of years ago. Last year, they had a better season than people expected. They were a great point spread team. And I know there was some worry for me that they wouldn't carry this over this year, the point spread success, that, you know, the betting markets would start to appropriately price this team the way they should be. And it has not happened. And, you know, they're 8-3 against the spread this year. So they have retained their point spread value, 7-4 on the year. I think they can get this job done here at Golden State. I wasn't afraid to take Oklahoma City at Phoenix over the weekend. 3.5-point dog against the Suns. They went in there and they took care of business. 111-99 against Phoenix in that game. I find you actually get the best from Oklahoma City in these spots where they're tested by, you know, supposed to be one of the better teams in the NBA. Now it's obviously a very shorthanded Golden State team. Steph Curry's out. Draymond Green is out, and we've seen the effects of that. They get swept in home games against Minnesota, back-to-back, losing to the Timberwolves. They lose it at home as favorites against Cleveland. So it's been tough sledding here for Golden State, you know, the last few games. So I do like Oklahoma City here. You know what I do with the small favorites? I usually just go on the money line, which I'm going to do here. You can get minus 145 right now with the Oklahoma City Thunder. On the money line, Oklahoma City. It's been a while since I've said that. So, yeah, I really like Oklahoma City here tonight just to win the game. There are some props that I like. I think Chet Holmgren could absolutely get the better of Kayvon Looney. I think his points props, his assists props, maybe a little – you could throw rebounds in there. I definitely like Chet here. He's playing well now that he's finally healthy. He had his whole season wiped out last year with that injury. I like that look. At the same point in time, with no Draymond Green, you lose some of that prowess on the glass. Obviously, Looney will help that a bit, but someone else got to step up, and I think that could be Wiggins. So Wiggins rebounds, I think, might be worth a look here as well, over 4.5. I think he's going to have to carry some more of the load and do some more of the rebounding work tonight in this game as well for the Golden State Warriors. So Wiggins, from a rebounding perspective, makes some sense. And in a game like this, you're playing obviously Golden State in one of the highlight games of the night. I mean, obviously, I've been on a lot of SGA this year. My guy from here in Hamilton, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, this year, he's just spectacular. A player that he's turned into. You could go points, rebounds, and assists. I've had a little bit of both on him throughout the year. But I'd even look, you know, toward the other props involving Shade, you know, like double-double, maybe even a triple-double sprinkle. Like, I really feel tonight could be one of those nights where it's a really big night for the Oklahoma City Thunder. So that's what I'm looking at here in this one. And, yeah, saturated, I love it. Love it with SGA PRA over 42.5. I've been on either his points by itself or his PRA quite a bit this year in these OKC games. And I'm certainly not going to say to anyone yet.
Well, a lot of differing opinions in the chat, that's for sure. But I agree with what you said as far as I think Chet will have success in this game, and there's going to be a lot of rebounds to be had. It's just a matter of who's.
I love
can he get-
SGA, but I do think it's a Chet game. I really do. I think the matchup is great for him tonight.
Yeah, I could see like Wiggins being a little lengthy on SGA, maybe bother him a little bit, but I just don't really see anybody on Chet. So I would agree with you with that. One thing I will say before I pass it off to Wham Bam here, OKC's been playing some damn good defense lately.
Talk about
Second best defensive rated team the last 5 games. Warriors haven't really. I mean, the talk has been Steph can score. Who else is scoring 20 plus? They don't have Steph. I think Draymond even hurts the offense. Can you get there with the Thunder or the under today?
So I think that you just go ahead and fade Warriors, bro. I mean, it may seem so easy. It may seem easy, just unfortunate, you guys. Like, obviously, they had the guy choke out Rudy Gobert, and he's out tonight. You know how much his presence is going to be felt. I think that Chris Paul can feel the need. His double-double at plus 110 is kind of interesting to me. I think that he has to be able to get the double-digit assists, and he has to score. We don't have no one else out there to score. They're ranked 21 in three-point percentage. When was the last time we seen this Warriors team ranked 21st in three-point percentage? And this OKC team, like you said, Bavano, they just been on the up and up. We know they have all the draft picks. They're going to be able to fit the needs within the future. They're only going to be a good team from here on out. They're not going to be that bad team that we expect them to be, looking for draft picks like they normally is that those days are over. And Chet is the guy. Chet is the guy. If it wasn't for Victor Wembanyama, he would be rookie of the year. He is the guy. Don't get me wrong with that. They're shooting 37.6% from three. They're playing really good defense, like Skee said. I'm going Thunder here. I took them last night plus -2.5. I'm really liking what Babano's saying about Chet. I think he is going to show up today, and this matchup is pretty solid there for him. One thing is, for me, like I said, I do think CP3 gets the double-double. That's probably the only thing I will say that's good about the Warriors. And we seen our guy Boofer talk about we don't have no more Warriors lawyer here. She ain't around, as she shouldn't. Clank is clanking. They already they writing his obituary on ESPN today. I had it on today. I heard them say nothing but clanks today. Like, I told y'all he wasn't gonna show up, man. It's unfortunate. Them legs ain't there, man. If the shot ain't falling, what are you out here for? I've been hearing that a lot today. And I think today he has to show up. If he doesn't show up, man, shame on him. The Warriors are gonna be really cooked, bro. And I think that OKC definitely holds it down today. -2.5 is my bet, but I think the 3 is all good money, and you're gonna get it to move. I'm seeing -120 on them 3s, so you might want to get those 3s now there. So yeah, I like OKC all the way today.
Hey, that's hilarious, man. You know she's gonna rewatch this and come for you though, but it's hilarious. She's not in the chat because she's the Warriors attorney. We all know. Nucky, what up, brother? He says, "What's good, everybody? Just tuning in. Finally get to catch the show live. Glad to see y'all back." Vaughn versus Hamilton. If you know, you know. Out there in Canada, in the sports. And good call, because you said you don't think the Raptors would care yesterday. They didn't look like they cared at all. So good call by you there.
My only L was the motherfuckers.
Yeah, he said that they will care about. I remember he said they'll care about Boston. They don't care about that game, and they look like they didn't give a damn. So
No,
they have a problem
that.
with bad starts to games right now. They have been awful starting basketball games the last few. Toronto digging themselves just a huge hole. Eventually, you're going to pay the price when you do that.
That shit moved 100% points too.
I should.
Attorney has arrived for anybody who was looking. Dutch, can the Warriors get it done without Steph? Or are you gonna be a Thunder buddy or what? Like, what are you waiting for? I think this is your kind of spot right here.
Bobano acting like, oh, surprising. This motherfucker been a Thunder buddy, boy. He been Oklahoma City. You been saying that shit for a minute now.
Be if I'm not on the Thunder, right?
Shout out to our guy Jay Peasy. If you didn't know, it's on the motherfucking intro. Shout out to our guy, Dabby Cab in the building. Starting off hot tuna on college hoops today. Good shit. Keep it going. Keep it going. And our boy, Star Child, get a shout out to him. He did say the Lakers, both LA teams would cover it last on Tuesday, and they both did, my man. So good shit. Good shit. As you know the same, man. Everybody know the same. Pimping ain't easy, god damn it. And is this shit? It ain't that easy, bro. Is it really that easy? I know everyone I know is on the Thunder. The only cat I seen in here is Justin, who says he's on an island. He's an island boy. He's on the Warriors. Every other motherfucking person I know, and respectable motherfuckers like yourselves and a lot of others, like Nets Bets and everyone else, is on the Oklahoma City Thunder. There's no way I'm going to the window with the Warriors, but goddamn, man, it's like I might just have to sit back and just enjoy some basketball tonight and win some money in the NFL, the league, man. It is what it is. I might really have to do that because I'm liking the Heat and everyone likes the Nets, and ain't no way I'm going to go to the party with the Thunder. I mean, 2.5, 3 ain't really that big of a difference. It is 3.5 at some books right now. So if you do like the Thunder, fire away, as our boy Wham Bam did say. Don't wait too long. It's going to keep climbing. Because everybody in the motherfucking mom is going to the window with the Thunder. So I don't know, man. I would look for Klay Thompson to bounce back tonight. His props are kind of juiced up. Obviously, you have Lou Dort on the other side. And outside of, Klay with, I guess, Andrew Wiggins, really, what do they got from an offensive perspective? Not too much. So I would expect Lou Dort to be hassling Klay. So that kind of keeps me off of Klay over, I believe, 21.5. But, I would expect Klay to have a big game tonight. I like the CP3 look. Only have 4 assists recently against the Wolves. I think he would bounce back with double digits. It's over 9.5. It's kind of juiced though. So I'm not mad at that double double look that Wham Bam said is probably pretty juicy. I don't know, man. I just feel like there's a look from our guy Mean Green Sports Picks with the Warriors first quarter. They played gritty. They played real gritty basketball against the Wolves. We're up 10 in that fourth quarter and then got outscored. We're up 7, I believe, going into the fourth and got outscored by 10 to lose that game. Without, the chef, obviously Klay and Dre. So yeah, man, it just seems too easy to me, man. I'm gonna sit back and root on all you guys. There's no way I bet the Warriors tonight. But it just seems too fucking easy, bro. It really does. Like you asked when you broke this down game from the Star Skee, is it a trap? And
hands up. Don't worry about it.
I felt this way a little bit on Tuesday about Dallas, and we stayed away and we smelt that one, right?
Right.
Last night I felt this a little about. We didn't talk about this. Last night I felt this about the Sacramento Kings. I talked about it with Jimmy. I said this shit just don't make sense to me. How then the line moved a little bit. Sacramento smacked the motherfuckers around. So it could be that easy tonight, I guess. It could be that easy. It could be that easy.
Yeah.
Well,
hey, my beard is back, KC. Stop capping. Stop lying. Stop lying.
Klay done out here. Yeah, Klay might be done, but he's still got a good game in him. I'm saying Klay ain't Klay no more, but he's still got a game or two in him. But goddamn, they know his 3-point props is over 4.5. It's like, goddamn, what the fuck?
Here's the thing with Chris Paul too. You mentioned it. That's actually a Golden State prop that I've been on a bunch this year. Chris Paul over assists, and I lean that way tonight too, over 9.5. But I think the double plus 110 might be better because he's got to let it fly a little bit more tonight. He has to. There's no Steph.
I agree.
You can't trust Klay Thompson right now with the way he's struggling with his perimeter game. So right now, Chris Paul's got to look to shoot the ball a little bit more, higher volume with that. So the double, asking him to get 10 and 10 tonight in this game, the double, I think this might be the night to look in that direction. CP3 double plus, again, 110 is the price you get there.
All right, well, a couple things from me. First, see Justin in the chat. He's going hard this whole breakdown, saying everybody's on OKC. So you just think the book's gonna get smacked up? That's what y'all saying? I gotta address this just because me, like I tell you, everybody bets different. If you like to bet how you bet, it is what it is. But you see me bet NBA. I don't give a damn who public sharp betting anything. I bet what I like. I disregard all the fluff, and at the end of the day, we just see how it shakes out. That's how I feel. So the books win anyway because they get minus 110 on both sides.
Yep.
So it doesn't even matter. Now for this game, I'll say this. I agree. Golden State has only had, and they start this lawnmower shit. Can y'all hear that?
That's probably me, bro. Hold on.
No, it's me. But it's distracting me. But anyway, Golden State, the whole talk has been Steph is scoring all the points. Now they don't have Steph. Who's gonna score? I keep hearing everybody say who's gonna score. I don't know. I don't trust any of them. For one, if Chris Paul's running the show, they're gonna play slow. He's gonna be walking it up. You know, it ain't gonna be no up tempo play. Two, just who do we really trust to get a bucket? And three, the Thunder defense has been awesome. I think they're the number one defense on the road. They're the number two defensive rated team the last 5 games. If you look at the last 3, they're allowing opponents 97 points per game. Warriors are 21st shooting the 3 on the season. They don't have their main guy. I mean, who's hitting them? OKC is 7th defending the 3. These 4 losses for Golden State, they failed to touch 112.5 points per game. I don't think they get there again tonight. I'm betting on the Thunder defense, and I'm betting against Warriors offense. So give me Thunder team total under 112.5 for myself.
Man, I get the Thunder right now, -2.5, -115 at BetMGM. Maybe this is one. See, this is why I like talking this shit out.
Warriors. I think Skee said under
Warriors.
team
My
total.
bad.
I think he meant Warriors. Yeah, Warriors
My
team
bad.
total.
Warriors under
The lawnmower fucked them up, man. They over here cutting
Yeah.
grass, man. Hey, right I'm about to be like, you motherfuckers, but they was quick with it. But yeah, I think I might. Man, Thunder Buddy, huh? Thunder Buddy. It's -2.5 right now. -115 at BetMGM. That might be the look, man. That might be the look. After breaking it down with you guys, I can't get on the Nets, but I might be able to get on the Oklahoma City.
Don't be scared to go up against Golden State, man. They only cover 1 time out of 5 opportunities at home, bro. Don't be scared.
I don't like what I see at Golden State, period. It just seems like, why is the line? But I missed money last night with Sacramento. I'm not too upset about it because I had a really profitable day yesterday. But at the end of it, I could have had more money because I knew I should have bet Sacramento, and I kind of just overthought it a little bit and then pressed the button, and that shit was 18 before you know it. De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis punking AD, huh?
They've been look at how much better,
Talk
by the way,
about
their
it, man,
offense
man.
looks. Yeah, with De'Aaron Fox
No.
back. And by the way,
Golly.
he just destroys the Lakers every time he plays them.
Jeez.
It's unreal at this point.
Hey, AD got the looking like Big Slim and shit from the video game, right? Like,
Hey, man. We're not gonna talk about the Lakers.
Man.
Come on, man. Let's talk a
It
little
still
bit
ended
about
up
the Lakers.
being talked about.
Dog, I had the plus 9.5. They had it all the way down to the fucking 9 seconds left, and I could have. Oh man, that shit was weak. Fuck the Lakers, bro.
So
The wheelchair, A Dizzle, all them motherfuckers weak.
Hey, I want to hear this real quick though, Skee. Why? I know y'all don't want to talk Lake Show, but I seen this morning that y'all wouldn't, but they don't want to give up Austin Reeves. Man, why do you guys do this? You guys get these guys and just overrate them like a motherfucker.
who are we giving up? What's the trade?
So it said they wouldn't give up Austin Reeves and trade to get Zach LaVine.
Austin Reeves.
Why would we get rid of Austin Reeves for Zach LaVine?
Oh my God, this is what I'm talking about. I'd give you 3 Austin Reeves, motherfucker, for Zach LaVine. This guy, Austin Reeves,
ain't the answer. Bro.
Can you guarantee Austin Reeves last year, 2022? Otherwise, I'd have a hard time making that. Yeah.
I think from what I saw, as far as the trade that they were talking about, they're asking for a little bit too much, in my opinion.
Well, Rui could go easy, right? I mean, like
negative. I like Rui. We need Lynn. We need somebody who can defend wings. We need him.
If you watch Rui, he's good until he has to be good. It's funny. He's like, oh man, he looked good, and you're like, oh yeah, this dude's nice. And
Nah, don't do Rui like that. Rui doesn't deserve this, bro. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. We blame everybody but LeBron. He been hooping. Don't get me wrong. LeBron been playing good, but just pay attention, you guys. We blame everybody but LeBron since he's been on his damn team.
AD's fault, bro. AD's fault. Hey, Lil Wayne might be right. Trade AD's ass, man.
For who, bro? For Embiid? Yes, I'll do it for Embiid. But other than that, no. I'm not doing
maybe do it. For Embiid, that's it?
Yeah, Embiid. Shit, give me Embiid. I may take Bam if y'all gonna slide in Duncan Robinson. I might take Bam. But
y'all cutting up, man. Y'all cutting up. I'm good on this. There is something I want to talk about for real though. and it's a look ahead to tomorrow. There's one game specifically that we all mentioned. I don't know that everybody wants to talk about any other games, but I think we'll talk about that one. And that's 541, 542. Houston Rockets heading into LA to take on the Clippers. Opened at -6. Right now, I still see Sixers. Total open 217. Hasn't moved very much. Rockets have been very good, winning what 5, 6 in a row. Clippers been looking pretty damn pathetic. I'm gonna go ahead, Dutchy. How you feeling about this one? You gonna continue to fade the Clippers, or what you
No,
doing?
no, my bad. I was muting the lawnmower shit. He's back
Oh,
again,
okay,
this
okay.
motherfucker, man. He's back.
And I'm gonna go to Bobano then, because I
And
know
they won
Bobano
6 in
feels
a
good
row,
about
6
this
in a row
game.
for the Rockets.
Tell us how you feel, Bobano.
Well, for the first time betting against the Clippers with since James Harden got there, they got the money. They covered the number against Denver, but they didn't win the game straight up. They still lost to the Denver Nuggets 111-108 on Tuesday night. They're still an awful 0-6 straight up, 1-5 against the spread since the arrival of the Beard, the one that Terrence Mann was giving a death stare to, by the way, when he entered the fucking locker room for the first time. And now you're asking this team, which is still very disjointed, doesn't show up defensively consistently. And we saw that. It killed them against Denver down the stretch, where they actually played a pretty good offensive game, but couldn't get stops at the defensive end when they needed it. And now you're asking this team to win by margin, laying 5.5, 6 here against a Houston Rockets team that I really love what I'm seeing from Houston. They've done a lot of smart things in the offseason. You say what you will about, diddling people behind the scenes, but Ime Udoka is a good coach. He did a nice job with the Boston Celtics. There's no question. And it was a good hire for Houston based on what he's done with what he did with Boston before that. You look at who they've brought in, a veteran guard like Fred VanVleet, which is going to help. Dylan Brooks is in and out with inconsistency, but he gives them a little bit more toughness, gives them a little defense and rebounding as well, and can make shots. There's a lot of things they've done. And then you got Şengün, left my wallet in El Şengundo. He's done nice things for this Houston Rockets team, no doubt. You've got Jalen Green, who keeps getting better. Jabari Smith. I think they've got a better bench this year, Houston. There's absolutely a lot of things that I'm liking about what the Rockets did in the offseason. And just all around, they're a lot better team. They're better defensively, which they couldn't stop anybody when Silas and all these other coaches were there. They've really improved significantly at that end of the basketball court. And to me, you're getting 6 points in this game with a team that is just playing their best basketball this season, 6 straight wins, 5-0-1 against the spread during that span. Absolutely. This is not a maybe. I have what's called, and I guess I started doing this because of Teddy Covers, my mentor, who got me into this business 10 years ago. He calls it the short card. He always says it. It's the short card. It's the games that he's thinking of betting himself for a particular day. And for me, this is on the short card, the Houston Rockets. But this ain't going to be just on the short card. This is going to be actually make it on my card. No question about it. I will be on the Houston Rockets tomorrow, plus the points.
Can't say I didn't see that coming. But Bano, we know how you feel about them Clippers, and I loved every bit of that rant that you gave on the last show. Wham Bam, do you share the same sentiments? Are you looking towards the Rockets in this game tomorrow?
Hey, he sold me. I'm not trying to be missing out on the train. I'm not trying to miss out on a great opportunity. This is one of the things that I'm just like looking at this team. You said it too, bro. Once James Harden came, you seen it on his face. He wasn't happy that he was going to get his minutes plucked as far as Terrence Mann. He wasn't happy about that. And then on top of that, now the public perception is starting to gearing towards Ty Lue, an actual great coach. This is a recipe for a disaster when you actually have an owner that's overspending on people that don't want to play, a coach that's overproducing by the means of these damn players not playing, and then you have the actual all this coming down of them not actually winning games and they actually losing, and then you have this team in this Rockets team that's won 6 straight games, starting to figure it out. Got like dogs on this team now. They actually got players that really want to play defense in Jayshawn Tate. And I like what I'm seeing from from the rebounding aspect and the defensive aspect of Jabari Smith. Obviously, his shot doesn't fall all the time, but what he does now, he's starting to figure out his motor. And then along with we talked about Tate, we talked about Tari Eason, and then they have Dylan Brooks. You adding another guy that's everybody's scared of and shit. Keep this shit going, bro. I think that all they have to do is figure out the offense consistently. Then they're going to be a pretty solid ass team. And this Clipper team may be just good enough for them to be able to keep up with this number. So I don't expect them to even win this game, honestly. Maybe the Clippers figure it out and get this win. But I think they're going to keep it as good as close. And maybe all the way down to the wire, last second shot. We've seen how it was with the last game with the Clippers. They almost figured it out against this good team in Denver Nuggets. I think Denver Nuggets is going to start to collapse a little bit, though. So I think the Clippers are still a bad team. So I agree with Babano. Ain't no other way I'm going to go without taking this 6. I think 6.5 there for the Rockets there. That's the only way I'm going to be betting tomorrow.
Interesting. I'm not surprised. The chat is loving we segued away from that other game. There was a comment here. Casey says, we can talk about tomorrow, but not about the Lakers yesterday. Yeah, man. Why you bringing up old shit?
Come on now.
Get to this.
We talk about the Warriors tonight.
Better subject than the Lakers. Come on.
Dutchy, talk to me, man. Can you back the Clippers in this game tomorrow? Or are you gonna roll with who's hot in the Houston Rockets?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna touch that basketball game, man. I don't know. I felt like the Clippers found it a little bit in that fourth quarter late against them against the Nuggets. Paul George played well until it really counted. But I don't know. Yeah, they seem to be playing. I feel like they're due eventually. And I'm not too.
We've been saying that though, Dutch. We've been saying that.
I know, but they did cover against I got a sour taste with these motherfuckers. And, back at the crib, I mean, I'm not betting the Clippers. Absolutely, motherfucking no way. This game to me is just a clear backwood. I don't give a fuck about this basketball game, bro. Like, I think the Clippers eventually will win a basketball game. And would I be surprised if it was against the Houston Rockets? I wouldn't be. I know the Rockets are playing better basketball, mainly against lame competition, though, let's be honest. But, Van Fleet got them boys playing better, but still not really something that I'm looking to get into.
Just to give you a little pushback, Dutch, they did just beat the
they just beat Denver.
Champion.
That's lame competition.
Goodness,
defending
champions. Outside of Denver, okay, one good win. I was referring to what they do. They beat the Lakers, which obviously ain't saying too much.
They did beat Sacramento twice, but I don't think Fox
without De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, but then they beat them by like 30. I get okay. All right. Well, Denver, I think, was just kind of overlooking them, to be quite honest with you. But impressive win, to say the least. It's just, 6 points. So I'm not mad at the Houston look. But I just have this feeling like, and watching them play, I watched that whole game. In the fourth quarter, the Clippers started playing, they're playing pretty good basketball in Denver, with the crowd going crazy, close basketball game. They had a chance to win it. So maybe they handle business on finally on their home court.
I'll tell you guys, I disagree. I think the Clippers are the right side in this game. I mean, I'm just going to look at this like this. For one, all those games that Houston won, they're chilling at home the entire time, just on this long homestand. We haven't really seen what the Rockets look like on the road. They do have the rest advantage in this game. I think the last time they played was the 12th. But, after so many days, it could be a little bit, turns into rest. Now, the Clippers have 2 days off, too. Now, for them, I feel like that gives them time to practice and work on everything that they need to work on to get back on track. And you guys tell me, this game is -6 for the Clippers. The Clippers are like +1.5, I think, on the margin so far this season. The Rockets are like +5 point something. Does that seem like the correct number to you? I don't think so. It's -6 for a reason.
Right.
I think the Clippers, I'm gonna look for more reasons. But my initial thought is Clippers get the job done. The number is 6 for a reason. So I'll be looking towards the other side. And I'm not a Clipper fan. Mr. LA likes the Clippers. I'm not a Clipper fan, but I'll bet on them when I think I can win some money. and that's
I
what
think it's a good spot too with Russ and Jay.
This is a case though where I've been on this Houston team a bunch, okay, and I've been on against the Clippers a bunch. If I haven't been betting Houston 5-6 in a row, or I haven't been fading the Clippers 4 or 5 in a row, I probably don't touch the game. But I'm on it again because that's where I've been going. I've been anti-Clippers, I've been pro-Rockets, and it's paid off very well for me the last week or two, and we're riding it through. I wouldn't, to me, if I was not doing that, I wouldn't be as bullish on this spot as I would be, as I am, I should say.
I'll just say it's the Clippers, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna go back and look over my sheet from last season, but I'm pretty sure I had a good record when I bet on the Clippers. So we'll see how it translates.
And there is some similarities with that game tomorrow night and Minnesota Phoenix game, which was clearly it looked like a good Phoenix spot, and Phoenix laid the wood to Minnesota. There is some truth to that. And Minnesota was the red hot team. Phoenix was laying 5, but there's a difference though. It's the end of a long road trip for Minnesota, which was already highly successful. Houston's just starting a road trip, and oftentimes you get focus in the first game when you start out on the road. So there is a difference in that element of it with Houston tomorrow night compared to Minnesota at the end of a long road trip, happy and excited to get back home. So keep that in mind. But there are definitely, the line was clearly telling you that Phoenix was favored at 5.5 last night for a reason, even with the fucking shenanigans with Beal, in about an hour before tip off, more fucking aggravation and nonsense from the injury report in the NBA. Shocker.
That's exactly what I just as I placed the bet on the Thunder, I did go with the Thunder with you fellas. I was just thinking, man, none of these motherfuckers better be ruled out late, because that's the only thing I swear to God. As I pressed the button, I was like, that's the only thing that's gonna fuck me on this game. And because Bradley Beal I was still confident in my bet, honestly, without Bradley, because they played an awful lot without Bradley this year. But not what I wanted to see. It was like supposed to be the first game, obviously, with them 3 playing, but it was clearly a sunspot, and I'm glad they didn't make me sweat whatsoever.
No doubt about it. Just going to roll through Skee quickly. Here's what I'm looking at. I haven't locked in anything yet, but here's what I'm eyeing. Here's what I have circled for tomorrow. I'm circling over with Milwaukee, Charlotte, and maybe even Charlotte if they're a little healthier. Like if they get Hayward back, if they get Brandon Miller back, I'd be interested, because Milwaukee's going to be laying a big number on the road here, whether Giannis is in or not. And I still don't trust Milwaukee right now from a point spread standpoint. And they're an over team, in my opinion, as well right now, because their defense is just not very good. So I'm eyeing Charlotte in the over against Milwaukee. I'm a little bit interested in the Knicks team total against Washington over. Any team that plays Washington, I like their team total over or the full game over. I might take Detroit plus the number against Cleveland. I've got that circled. Cleveland's back home off a long trip out west. That's not exactly a bet on spot at all when you've been on the West Coast and now you're back home for that first game and you're laying 10 points. Detroit's not very good, but they can be feisty sometimes, especially in that road underdog role, double-digit road underdog role. So I'm a little bit interested in Detroit there. Not much on Boston, Toronto as of right now. Philadelphia to pick them at Atlanta. I know the game's in Atlanta, but I kind of want the better team off 2 straight losses. Philly's lost a couple in a row right now. Indiana and Boston.
Questionable.
Yeah. So Philadelphia, I've got them a little bit circled at Atlanta. Sacramento, San Antonio, maybe over there. Not much Denver, New Orleans. Orlando, Chicago. I know it's revenge for Chicago, but I still think Orlando's better than them. I don't know if I'll bet Orlando again, that they just beat Chicago, but I don't want Chicago. I know that. Phoenix, Utah, maybe the over. Lakers, Portland. Probably Portland or nothing there. And as I mentioned, I like Houston. So there you go. There's my Friday looks right now, my leans.
Good stuff on that, Bobeno. And I'll say I'm not laying. I don't care that Milwaukee won that one game. They go out there and lay close to double digits tomorrow, I'll probably be fading their ass right again. Wham Bam, any other games you was looking at?
Yeah, I want to go over this injury report. We just got 30 minutes of some pretty good injuries. Giannis is questionable for Friday. Jaylen Brown is listed questionable illness, calf injury for Giannis. Kristaps' knee injury is bothering him for Friday. He's questionable. Joel Embiid is questionable for Friday. Out is Nicholas Batum, and then they have Terry Rozier out. questionable is Brandon Miller and also Gordon Hayward. So we know we were looking at them two as well those last two games, the last game with that Charlotte game. But it seems like that has a lot of injuries there. So Milwaukee, even if they are double digits, if Giannis is in that game, they may be a one away. So if you like Giannis to come in 4.5, maybe where you want to go. If I was to just jump into any of these games just off the rip, I'm going with what Bano said. I'm going to just take Orlando first half. It's been cashing, just simple as that. I'm just going to just close my eyes and just take that. So Clippers fade, and then Orlando first half is where I'm looking at.
Fair enough. Dutchy, any other thing catch your eye for tomorrow?
Yeah, shout out to our guy Tease. I see you, my dude. Yeah, man. We're giving you guys an awful fucking lot too. So hopefully y'all hitting the motherfucking
Hit
like
that
button.
like button.
We're here for a goddamn hour.
We're not here tomorrow. We're giving you Friday looks right now. Hit that
I
like
do
button.
like vibing out with the fellas in the chat. So you know what I'm saying? Just show some love. Hit the fucking like button, god damn it. But yeah, I like the Lakers, man. I like the Lakers. I don't give a fuck. I like the Lakers to bounce
You like
back.
who?
Smacked around by Sacramento.
The in-season tournament, that's when they play serious, bro.
I'm telling you, like, I'm more on spots right now. Like, the Lakers are way better than the Portland Trail Blazers, and they got smacked the fuck around against Sacramento last night. We seen it. They're gonna come in here. They're gonna run the. They're gonna beat them by double digits. It looks like it's probably gonna be about like 7. They drop a touchdown, easy money. That's good money. And then I like Toronto to bounce back, getting smacked around at the crib by the B squad. Really Dame time, and that was really it, man. Like everybody was Beasley was fucking all over the place from 3. They got embarrassed at the crib. A team that's won, 14 out of the last 18 games at home. I think they bounced back, getting good points against the team. Someone mentioned in the chat they'll play up to Boston. Boston obviously having the big win against Philly. JB, KP might not even make the motherfucking trip. They're getting 5, I believe it looks like. Get it. So when it gets out there, but those are 2 spots that I'm eyeing. Obviously Philly with or without MB, but that's one of those games like I like, but it might just be better just to stay off. Atlanta has the talent to show up, and Murray's playing out of his fucking mind. They need to get rid of Trey, in my opinion. That's another story. But yeah, two bets for sure, and looking at Philly a little bit, just off top.
All right, good looks there. I'll shout out what I'm looking at really quick, other than the game we already talked about. Just quick looks. I think Toronto, bounces back in that game versus Boston, especially if you don't have Porzingis. We'll see if Jaylen Brown is over his illness. But I think it's a good spot for Toronto there. Sacramento, I think they're more than capable of winning by 5.5 against San Antonio. I'll try to find ways to back that. Orlando, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think you look at them first half versus a team who is going to try to, looking like they're going to blow stuff up for Chicago. And then the last thing I want to mention, I feel like it's the right show to do it on because it's a little, I don't know, maybe it's a little ignorant, but
Talk about it.
I think this is how it's going to be, man. I think that Charlotte is the side tomorrow because Milwaukee hasn't shown you anything besides that last game as far as blowing out the records. That's why you should back them. For the Hornets, they get their guy back tomorrow. They get Miles Bridges. And I think everybody's going to be excited and hyped. I've seen the players saying they can't wait for him to get out and show, what he can do out there. I think they're going to all, rally around him and play for him. And I think Miles Bridges props are the way to look too. Right. When you get in trouble and stuff like that, you can't go on the court and you got to go on the court and show out. That's just how it goes. So I think Charlotte is the right side, and I think Bridges props are the right side. It is.
Hey, prove that bitch wrong. Player today.
It's just how it is, man. I got to say it. So that's a look ahead for Friday. We've been on here quite a while, and it's not an NFL show, but if any of y'all want to talk, give a little NFL. I'm not saying nothing. If y'all doing, it's cool too.
I'm ready to go.
I'm already on the Ravens to win the division, so I don't got nothing on this game.
Yeah, Bengals 3 in the hooker, man. It's good money, man. Joe Burrow, he's back to being Joe Cool. They lost this week too. Close game at the crib. I think they come back. Divisional game. 3.5. I think they can win this game. To be quite honest with you, look for Lamar, man. He be holding that bat. He be holding that football a little light. Strip that shit. Burrow doesn't turn over the ball. I think Lamar does. I think this Bengals win this game, but take the 3.5 because it's the NFL.
Anything from you, Bavano? You all right?
Yeah, divisional underdog playing with revenge. Awful loss to the Houston Texans. I think all of those things add up to the Bengals a little bit. I don't love the idea that the Ravens lost 2 last week, so it's not like the Ravens aren't chomping at the bit too. They want to bounce back. But you look at Baltimore, the left tackle's out, the best cornerback is out, Marlon Humphrey, Ronnie Stanley's out. Who's going to cover Jamar Chase tonight? That's troubling right now for Baltimore. Keep in mind when they beat Cincinnati early in the year in Cincinnati, Joe Burrow was not even close to what he is now. He was battling the calf injury, wasn't even close to full mobility in the pocket. He was definitely not anything like the quarterback he's been the last couple of weeks. So I lean Bengals, and I know it's been – look, I get it. It's 22-7, something like that with primetime unders. But to me, this is an over matchup tonight specifically with the Ravens and the Bengals. So I kept it small because these primetime games somehow, even the ones that look like it's going to be a shootout and they still stay under – but this one does feel like matchup-wise, there should be some points tonight between these two teams. So Bengals and over for me.
All right, and I'll just shout out something that caught my attention earlier in the.
Oh, you want a value touchdown prop on the Baltimore side? Mitchell for Baltimore. This guy, man, they're using him more in the run game. They're calling more plays. He's getting more touches. He's getting more opportunity, and it's really happening at a much bigger rate right now. And you're getting you're getting still a good price. Keaton Mitchell for Baltimore. Touchdown prop for him is like plus 265. That's worth a sprinkle.
Agree.
Good stuff. And what made sense to me from my earlier chat was they're going to be doubling Jamar Chase because there's no Higgins, and you want to be betting on Boyd over his receiving yards. That's who we think is going to go off. So that made sense to me. That's all I got for the football game. I agree. I think that the Bengals can cover, but I'm not betting football, so I'll leave that to everybody.
Mark Andrews is good for Baltimore. Cincinnati can't defend tight ends well. That's a big problem for them. So it should be a Mark Andrews night potentially for Baltimore as well. And I'm with Skee. Someone other than Chase has to step up. That's got to be Tyler Boyd without T. Higgins.
Glad we line up. Now it's about that time. Pretty long show for 2 games, but we did look ahead to Friday, and now it's about that time. I'm gonna come to Dutchie last because you really good at taking us home. I almost said first, but I forgot. That's the guy. He take us home. So I'm gonna come to Bobano first and let the people know how they can get paid.
Let's go. Best bet. I'm going to go to the late game. We're going to go with the Oklahoma City Thunder minus 145 against the Golden State Warriors. Warriors with no Steph, no Draymond, struggling. Just lost 3 straight at home, twice to Minnesota, once to Cleveland. Thunder playing great basketball. And their defense, as Skee mentioned, much improved. I think they get the job done on the road. OKC money line for best bet.
Good stuff on that. And Wham Bam, you up next. You going with one of them unknown player props, or how you going to rock with them today?
Yeah, we got to go to OKC with my boy Babano, man. We're going to take the spread, though. It's only all right. It's -3 right now. We're going to get that official. I did tweet this out earlier. I think it was last night at -2.5. If you weren't able to get the 2.5, you got the 3s. Take them right now. We need 3 to win anyway. So take the -3 OKC, and that's the way to get paid tonight.
All right, that's a double best bet for the show as it stands right now. For myself, I'm going to go ahead and go with Miami Heat team total under 109 as the best bet. Even if they win, they're going to do it by defense. And ever since Claxton's come back, this Brooklyn defense has been rounding into form. So I like them to continue that tonight. Heat under their team total of 109. And then we'll pass it over to our guy, Dutchie. Let them know what's your best bet for the show and take us home.
Yeah, man. I know it's an NBA show, but I just told you guys with the Thunder buddies. I like the Thunder with y'all. I like the Bengals an awful lot though tonight. I do. Plus the 3.5. I think they win this game outright. Also, take a look at Joe Burrow over 1.5 touchdowns. minus 129. Little juicy. See if you can get a better number. But he's been going over this motherfucking number every goddamn game. He's going to give you 2 tonight. Believe it. Barbo Bambano talked about the injury from the defensive perspective from Baltimore. I believe Joe Cool will show up tonight over 1.5 touchdowns as well. A little extra for y'all motherfuckers. But be sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to motherfucking right here, our boy Skee and Profit Picks YouTube channel. Share the motherfucking video. Y'all motherfuckers stay fresh, stay blessed, and let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah.